our chief guest for today, Murkomen Kipchumba, Honorable Murkomen Kipchumba, our Cabinet Secretary to the Ministry of Interior and National Administration, sir. Before you is Deborah Mangata, the base commander, Karatina Traffic Base, which is under Madira East sub-county. Sir, I'm going to be brief now that most of the issues have been raised by my colleagues. Under the traffic department, now that I'm here representing the traffic department, I'm going to re-emphasize on the issue of resources in regard to the motor vehicles that have been allocated for us to be able to achieve our goals in regard to the traffic department. We have a shortage in that, sir. We would like to request like you realize that when you have more for us to be able to get to clear way to ensure that we have that free flow of traffic, sir. The issue of equipments, sir, our department as traffic, some we enforce the traffic rules, include the breathalyzer, the commonly known as the alcohol. We also have the speed gun check. So we are requesting your able office to be able to facilitate the same to our officers on the ground so that we are able to enforce and ensure that we have a reduction in our accidents. Most of these crashes are being caused by drunk driving and also other drivers who are recklessly driving on our roads. And that if we have those gadgets, we'll be able to, we promise you, sir, that we'll at least have 0 crashes, if not reduction in our country. To finish with, sir, I would like to probably inform you that as the traffic department, we've been able to embrace the issue of public police approach in regard to our duties by ensuring that we are doing the safety campaigns, the daily road safety campaigns and sensitization. And through the campaigns that we are able to carry out, we've been able to yield positive results. So through the facilitation on logistics, sir, we are very sure that we are going to deliver well. In conclusion, I would like to probably reaffirm you, sir, that as the traffic department, we are going to commit ourselves and dedicate ourselves in carrying out our work as expected of us, and that as Nyeri County, we are going to experience reduction in the road crashes, and if not 0, if you give us that support, sir. Otherwise, thank you, and to more of such platforms so that we are able to raise our issues. And feedback is key. Feedback enables us to perform better. Thank you, sir, and you're most welcome again, sir.
Thank you so much, Deborah. And now the last two, the OCPD and the DCC, please. Msishindwe na wenzanu. Nataka kila mtu dakika 1.5. So mambo mingi imesemekana.
Our chief guest for today, Honorable Kipchumba Murkomen, the CS Interior, Inspector General of Police, Mr. Douglas Kanja, DIG, KPS, Mr. Gilbert Masengeli, His Excellency, the Deputy Governor, senior officers present, members of the public, my colleagues, good evening. God is good, and all the time, and that's his nature. Wow. My name is Mr. Edwin Mugera, an Assistant Superintendent of Police, and I have the privilege to stand before you today representing all the sub-county police commanders within Nyeri County. I'm the Acting Sub-County Police Commander, Madira East. Before I go to my remarks, may I first appreciate you, Waziri, for finding time to organizing this Jukwaa la Usalama Nyeri edition. We've always been seeing you around in other counties, but today I use the street language to say ni kama tumefikiwa, and we are happy for that. Indeed, we are grateful to have you in our midst. To see you descend from your high diplomatic and intellectual pedestals to connect with us, get our views, and probably give us audience is something that we don't take for granted. And we know that today your heart is the National Police Service and the security agencies at large. Issues have been raised. You've heard, many years have heard. You've taken note, I wouldn't wish to repeat, but maybe I may emphasize on one. To begin with, is the housing and welfare. This has been mentioned. We all know that proper housing is critical to the morale of the discipline and dignity of police officers. Whereas the idea of allocating house allowance was good to police officers, some were allowed to stay outside. This one has had an adverse effect because our officers strain so much. The houses allowance that are given are not commensurate to the market rates that we have currently. Sir, if that can be reviewed upwards, will be better for our officers on the ground. On the mobility, transport has been mentioned. I won't repeat that, but I want to tackle it from a different perspective. Commuter allowance that reflects in our payslips is still insufficient with the high cost of transportation. Most of the officers who seek the accommodation outside their working areas still find it difficult to make it to workstations with the meager transport commuter allowance that is issued within is not sufficient to support them. On the emerging challenges, we have contemporary social problems that need contemporary solutions. We request that capacity building be done so that our officers are equipped with the requisite knowledge to tackle these issues of cybercrime. We nowadays have crime that are more of technological wise, so that our officers are well versed, or rather can tackle the emerging cybercrime challenges. Independence of the police, I know these are hot potato, but I think we have a lot of interference, especially from the political class, and we request that, sir, you can look into this. We've seen some role-set pronouncement by some of the political members transferring police officers. That one has been evident. We request that maybe we come in to look into it so that we don't end up manufacturing premature transfers and officers get demoralized along the way. Otherwise, digitalization of the police services, so far, digitalization of the police services is a program that was started a while ago. We had a pilot program within Nairobi that was started, and implementation of the same is still shrouded in some mystery. Maybe if we can activate that so that we can catch up with the technology, that will be more than enough for us so that we don't lag behind. With those few and very many remarks, I wish to appreciate you, sir, and we invite you once again and organize for more of these sessions so that we can air our views. Thank you. I wish you the best.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mugera. Unajua sio lazima ukiingia hapa uongee. Kama watu wameongea yote yale ulikuwa nayo, unaweza ingia hapa tu salimia waziri na ukae chini. Si ni kweli? Karibu hapa. Ama imeongelewa yote.
The CS Interior and National Administration, Honorable Murkomen, all protocols observed. Please allow me to speak from here because I have got a leg which is injured. I have stood here to speak on behalf of the DCCs of Nyeri Central, or of Nyeri County. They have sent me to talk about the following issues. First of all, the DCCs appreciate the government through you for according them the opportunity to serve. Secondly, we have got DCCs amongst us who were recently promoted. They have sent me to say thank you. Another thing is that the DCCs are very highly trained, and so they are saying thank you. The DCCs also say that the government has well facilitated them to be able to do their work. And so they appreciate the government for the same. However, we have a few issues that we would like your office to look at. One of them is a challenge on transport. Recently, and I think you saw and you are aware, when we had some rioters in some parts of Nyeri, the DCC's vehicle, that is the DCC Odaya, two vehicles are actually burnt down. So right now is not mobile. So we request the government to address that issue. We also have other DCCs who have got very old vehicles. DCC Nyeri Central, DCC Kieni East, and so we would appreciate if the government gives them good vehicles to be able to operate. On promotions, we are not complaining, sir, because we have seen what the government is doing. I have just seen that several DCCs were promoted the other day, and we have also seen that some of us have already received telephone calls from the Public Service Commission, whereby the Public Service Commission is conducting suitability tests, and so we are not complaining, we are waiting for that process to be completed. And amongst us also, we have some DCCs who have not attended a mandatory SLDP course, and therefore we request that the two of them be considered in the next training. On AIEs, sir, we appreciate what the government is giving us, but the DCCs have also sent me to request that the government enhances the AIEs, especially on transport